While jumping in an online match might seem the most intuitive thing to do for a beginner, in Tekken it's actually very important to take a moment to learn a few basic rules in order to survive in the harsh environment of ranked online, starting with the basic fundamental knowledge. The fundamentals are the basic rules on which the game is built on. A deep understanding of the foundations of the game is essential to improve your skills as a fighter. In Tekken, attacks are generally divided in highs, mids, and lows. Highs are generally powerful attacks, with strong properties such as initiating a combo, being advantageous on block, or quickly intercepting the opponent with strong counter-hit effects. However, as counterbalance, highs can be guarded standing and evaded by crouching, allowing to unleash a devastating counterattack. Additionally, they can also be evaded by attacks with built-in high evasion, commonly referred as high crush attacks. Mids generally packs less powerful properties compared to highs. They are generally less rewarding on hit and on block, while also being overall slower and more prone to be interrupted by the opponent's attacks. As a trade-off though, they can't be evaded. Well, in most cases, since they can be blocked standing but not crouching. Mids are essential to keep the opponent in check and thus a strong option even with worse overall properties. With a little bit of practice, you should learn to distinguish between a high and a mid in real matches by looking at the area where the move impacts on your character's model. Lows have the specific purpose of going through the enemy's guard. They are generally designed to be slower and less rewarding than mids, while also being universally punishable on block. This meaning that it is possible to get a guaranteed hit on the opponent. To do this though, it is essential to familiarize with the while rising state, accessible by letting go of the down button and inputting an attack. Lows can also be parried by holding down forward before the low connects, to get even more damage in some situations. Finally, lows can be evaded by using an attack with built-in low evasion, commonly referred as low crush. Unlike in most 2D fighting games, it's generally recommended to stand guard most of the time, and crouch guard only when you're sure that your opponent is gonna use a low attack. Sequences of attacks, also known as strings, are the easiest way for beginners to build an offense in Tekken. Countering strings can require extensive knowledge of the opponent's character, depending on the specific matchup. However, by applying the fundamental knowledge, it is possible to develop a strategy in real time against a good portion of the roster. For example, if a string ends with a safe attack with big pushback, we are probably dealing with a high attack that can be ducked and punished. If a string ends with a mid, most likely it's gonna be punishable. If a string ends with a low, the attack can be blocked with a crouch guard or low parried and punished. In Tekken, the classic combo system of 2D fighting games is replaced with a juggle system. Learning your bread and butter combos is essential since a lot of attacks are specifically designed to be severely punished on block. Some combo examples can be found in the move list or in the combo challenge section, but for the most optimal combos, a little research online will be sufficient. In the game, there are also a couple of special attacks shared throughout the whole roster, like Unblockables, Throws, and Armor moves. Unblockables, as the name suggests, cannot be guarded. They can hit high, mid, or low. Unblockables are generally on the gimmicky side, being very slow and easy to react, thanks to the key sparks that will surround the opponent while executing one. Throws, just like lows, are designed to open up defensive opponents since cannot be guarded. Throws can hit high, mid, or low. However, mid and low throws are exclusive to just a handful of characters, while the most predominant type of throws are high throws. Throws have very limited range and can be stopped by inputting the appropriate throw break. Throws are also beaten by high crush attacks and low crush attacks, since they can't grab opponents in mid-air, with some noticeable exceptions. Power crushes have the ability to armor through the opponent's attacks. They can be high and safe on block, or mid but punishable. Power crushes are also weak to grabs and lows. Speaking of armor moves, Rage Arts, unlike power crushes, can absorb all kinds of attacks. However, on block, they can be severely punished, so remember to use your most damaging option,